Warning: the following podcast, which contains strong language and mature content, is unsuitable for children or for the faint of heart. The subject matter discussed will be frightening and graphic in nature. Listener discretion is advised.
Three spooked girls. Three spooked girls. When you wanna hear about the paranormal, you get the spooked girls. True crime that makes you hypothermal. With the three spooked girls. Stabby snippets will give you dreams. Tara and Jessica will make you scream along with the spooked girls. Bring on the slaughter. We on that haunted ground. Spooked girls. The three spooked girls.
Hey Spooksters, and welcome back to another episode here on Three Spooked Girls. My name is Tara, and as always, I am here with my girlfriend, Jessica.
Hello.
Hello. And today we are diving into another State Urban Legends episode. As you can tell by the title, we are headed to Indiana today. And shout out to Brenda from our Facebook group. I did this quite a while ago, but I did a post asking what states you guys wanted to see in these episodes. And I randomly picked a comment and she won. So yay!
Love that.
Right? I know. So fun. But before we get into that, if you are new here, hello, welcome. And thank you for checking out the show. Returning Spooksters, welcome back. If you are not hanging out with us on social media, please do so. We are on all the places: Facebook, Instagram, Threads, everywhere. YouTube. If you guys could go subscribe to our YouTube channel, we would really, really appreciate that. One of our goals for 2025 is to hopefully make YouTube partner. We got verified. I didn't even know. I accidentally saw it when I was uploading a video and I was like, is that what I think it is? And it was. And then I got an email later. But yay! Super exciting. Most episodes, we are doing video versions, so you can check those out. Or if you just like listening to us and you want to try it out on YouTube, some of our episodes are audio only, like this one today. But you can check that out. We would love y'all so much. And I believe when you guys are hearing this, if I'm thinking right, because as y'all know, we're about to be traveling, so we're recording early. But Social Science Society should be back with our season 2. We have some fun guests. I love it because, so little sneak peek. So we have our friend Tammy, who we had during Spooktober for our first year. We did that a couple years back. And then our amazing content morning, Edward October, he is in an episode coming out this month as well. So definitely check it out. Lots of fun, lots of good stuff. And of course, at the end of the month, we always do hot topics. And there's some little adjustments that may be coming in the future for that show that you might want to check out. So yeah, that is all I'll say about that. We're horrible about mentioning that show, so I was like, let me do it. But if you...
Because we've been introing for like 7 years the same way, and now we're like, oh, there's something else to... Every time we add something, my brain pops.
I know, but like at least I am mentioning it on the socials. So if you want all of the tea, all of the announcements, make sure you're following us somewhere. We would absolutely love that. And if you would like to join our book club, we do have a virtual book club, Spookster Literary Society, that you can join through the book clubs app. Everything's in our link tree. We do 2 reads a month. We do a main read, and then we do a feminine rage read. We have a lot of fun stuff right now in real time. Our poll is up for those selections for the month of May. So right now in the lead is a Frida McFadden book, which I'm excited because it's going to be a brand new one. And I love popcorn thrillers, so that'll be fun. And then we have some other good choices for our feminine rage read. So definitely check it out if you like to read. We have a monthly meeting on the last Sunday of the month, typically in our Discord channel, and check it out if you like to read and want to hang out with us. Also, if you would like to support the show and tune into our Gypsy Rose Life After Lockup recaps, you can head over to patreon.com/3 spooked girls. If you join starting at our $1 tier, you get 1 extra bonus episode a month. And our $5 tier is where you will get not only ad-free episodes a day early, this is where you get access to our Gypsy Rose recap and so much more content. We have basically 6, almost 7 years worth of stuff there that you can access the backlog as well. But that is really it. So we are going to get into this. I am so excited. I love these episodes. They're just spooky and fun. So first urban legend is called 100 Steps Cemetery. This legend goes, if you walk up and down a certain section of steps in this cemetery, you must count to 100 while going each direction. If you don't, you're going to die. Some people even believe that when you get to the top of the stairs, the original caretaker of the grounds will appear and show you your death. Some people also believe that if you try to go up the hill without using the stairs, a phantom hand will push you down the hill.
There's a lot going on. Oh my goodness. You have to remember to count. You have to, I don't want to meet the caretaker. I don't want to know how I died. No, thank you.
Mm-mm.
This is not Big Fish. I don't want to know that. And if you try to cheat, you get punished. I mean, granted, you should get punished for cheating, but that's just a thing.
Don't go there unless you are ready to find out what your end is like, I guess. So our next one is Edna Collins and the Collings Bridge, which is also known as the Edna Collins Bridge. So this landmark is surrounded by a dark hand of death. The legend is that a girl drowned near this bridge in the 1920s, and another person was mercilessly hanged there as well. As a result of these violent deaths, there was an evil spirit that still lurks there. There have been many people who have claimed to be grabbed or pushed when they're near this unsettling, creepy old bridge. Don't do it.
It's always bridges. It's always a bridge. A bridge, yeah. Someone always drowns. Obviously, it makes sense that someone always drowns near a bridge because there's water. Mm-hmm. But cheese and crackers, bridges.
I know, right? So for this next one, we're going to head over to New Albany, Indiana. It is the Culbertson Mansion. This dark manor has a horrifying and gruesome history attached to it. Of course it does. And it's said that in the 1800s, the mansion was struck by lightning and everyone inside was killed in the result of a fire. It's rumored that you can still hear the screams of these individuals inside the burning mansion from time to time. Then, in 1933, the mansion was sold to a man named Dr. Webb and his family. Just a year later, the entire family was found dead.
Oh, it snaps.
Their bodies showed evidence of being tortured and having died an extremely unpleasant death. It was also discovered that the doctor had been hiding missing patients in his basement and possibly experimenting on them, judging by the gruesome wounds found on their bodies.
Oh, okay.
It just gets worse. It just gets worse each time.
There's always these stories that you're like, it could possibly get worse. And you're like, oh, nope, there it is.
Right? Now we're going to go over to the Angola Theater. So this is an old theater that sits on the town circle, and some residents claim that at midnight, a man with a long red beard appears on the roof of the building, pacing back and forth and cries aloud, "Marie, please come back to me. Please." Moviegoers also say that sometimes during the movies, you can hear a man sobbing in the back of the theater. But when you look, no one is there. Nope, I would leave. Bye-bye. I don't care what movie.
100% would be like, peace. Nope.
So this next one, we have another bridge. There's a lot of bridges in Indiana when I was researching different urban legends to grab for this episode. So this one's called the Screaming Bridge. And the story goes, there are eerie whispers passed down from generation to generation that should you go fishing near this bridge, you will hear screams and knocking coming from inside its support pillars. When the bridge was being built, a worker died there but was never retrieved. Another legend claims that once upon a time, a woman was walking along the bridge en route to a doctor's house with her sick baby. Her foot got stuck in the track. A train rapidly approached and she managed to get her foot free, but had no choice but to jump off the bridge into the water to avoid being struck by the train. The woman is believed to have survived while her baby did not. Some people believe you can hear her screaming for her lost child at the bottom of the bridge at night.
That's my God. That is terrible.
There's no good choice with that. Oh my
God.
God.
Fuck, Indiana. All of your urban legends are so terrible.
We're just going to be traumatized this week, guys. It's fine. So this next one is the Crosley Monster. So according to Jennings County residents, this half-animal, half-human type beast has been roaming around the Crosley Fish and Wildlife longer than anyone cares to remember. In July 2006, 4 boys had set up camp at Harson Pond in the Crosley Fish and Wildlife area for an evening of fishing when suddenly they experienced a strange feeling of no longer being alone. They had been fishing from the dam of the pond when the sounds of something approaching arose from the surrounding woods. They stared into the darkness, expecting to see a deer trampling out of the forest, but instead, to their surprise, they spotted a pair of large glowing eyes nearly 7 feet from the ground and appearing to stand on 2 legs. One of the boys, Terry Snyder, claimed to have seen the huge monster through the light of his lantern, mentioning that the beast was extremely hairy and dirty looking. It was at this point, after seeing a clearer view of it, that the creature began violently shaking tree limbs before leaping towards the boys in an apparent attempt to attack. Here's where the story takes a slight curve from most Bigfoot sightings. As the boys fled, the furry beast gave chase, dropping down on all 4 limbs in a more animal type of running fashion. According to their report, the creature chased the boys until they came to a cornfield, at which point the boys stuck to the road and the beast ran straight into the field. A couple of weeks later, one of the boys claimed to have another encounter with the Crosley monster while hunting squirrels in the same general vicinity. First mistake, why are you going back? You were chased by this scary ass thing. Why are you going back?
People always go back. People are like, I must know if this was real. And it's like, what if it is real? I don't know why, but this also reminds me of this video I saw, and it was totally a staged video, but this like girl got out of her car and like screamed really loud, like she was like emoting, like she was like, ah, and then like a person like ran out of the woods with their pants down and like had toilet paper. So it was like someone had pulled off the road to poop. And then this person like screamed really loud. I was like, this is totally like a setup, but this is fucking hilarious. I was there for it. It was great.
I love that. So he heard a strange scream coming from the woods around him right before he saw the beast once again and immediately began to flee. As he ran through the woods, the monster circled him at a fast pace, again, running on all 4s. The creature was seemingly only toying with the boy as he made no actual attempt to attack. The boy, following his own natural instinct to run, never once attempted to fire the 12-gauge shotgun he was carrying. Once again, the boy made it to the safety of his home, completely unharmed. Yeah, that's because Crosley Monster was being like, you dumb bitch, why are you here? I'm going to scare the fuck out of you now. All right, we have another house. So this is called the House of Blue Lights. This story begins with millionaire Skiles Test, who built a luxurious and eccentric remote farmhouse. The property was uniquely notable for the blue Christmas lights that Test hung up. Test also gained a bit of unwanted fame for his parties, leading to a rumor sometime in the 1940s that he had displayed his deceased wife's body in a transparent glass coffin wrapped in blue lights.
What the fuck, people?
And you might have questioned it how Jess just did, but if not, you might also be asking yourself, why does a guy store his dead wife like that? Well, unfortunately, this obsession led to a very real problem for Test. It is said that curious teens trespassed on his property en masse through the 1960s. He was forced to surround the property with a fence when he had the problem get out of hand, which caused it to get even more out of hand. These disrespectful invaders began breaking into his house, swimming in his pool, and even setting up some of his outbuildings on fire. This even continued after his death when the property was vacant. The city destroyed the place in the 1970s. And the worst part, Test died before his wife and his ex-wives. So there never could have been a glass coffin wrapped in blue lights. So that didn't happen.
Oh, well, that's good.
They were tormenting him for no reason. Yeah,
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
I'm glad you're not that demented, but that sucks.
Right. Yeah. Oh, the fuck, people.
So we got, like I said, lots of bridges. So our next bridge is Dogface Bridge. Like most urban legends, there are a few different versions of what happened at this bridge. According to the legend, a couple was driving over the bridge on their way to their honeymoon in the 1950s when a dog ran out into the road. Trying not to hit the dog caused them to swerve off the road and fatally crash. The legend says that if you walk down the path, you will see the body of the woman with the dog's head on top, as the dog's head and the woman's body were never found after the accident. So if you ever see the human body with the dog's head, you need to run. They say that if she catches you, she will kill you and eat you. Claims have been made that bodies have been found on the bridge and you can hear strange animal sounds as well. Ew, no thank you.
Just, again, bridge. Why bridges?
I guess
Is there
we're just
that much
looking for-
water in Indiana? Like, that's the thing I keep thinking of is like, why are there so many bridges?
I
Is there-
guess. I don't know.
Shows how little I know.
So this one is my favorite on this list I compiled. This is the Green Clawed Beast. So to set the scene, it was August 21st, 1955. and this is the only account ever of the green-clawed beast of Indiana that was reported. On this day, Mrs. Darwin Johnson and her friend Mrs. Chris Lamble were swimming in the Ohio River when they encountered the mysterious creature. Mrs. Johnson had been waiting in the cool water while her friend floated on her raft nearby. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Johnson felt a strong, hairy, claw-like hand grab a hold of her knee and pull her underwater. Mrs. Lamble is said to have screamed hysterically upon seeing her friend viciously yanked under the water, when suddenly, Mrs. Johnson broke free of the creature's grasp and was able to resurface. Just as she thought she was free, the creature again grabbed hold of Mrs. Johnson, this time from behind, again pulling her under the murky water. With the last of her willpower, Mrs. Johnson was able to break free once again, this time lunging for her friend's raft and making a large splash that apparently scared the beast off. After exiting the water, Mrs. Johnson was treated for multiple injuries. It was during this treatment they found a strange green stain in the shape of a large hand on Mrs. Johnson's leg. It was reported that Mrs. Johnson was unable to remove the mark for several days after the incident occurred. With only one occurrence being reported, it would have been easy to push this legend aside and claim it as a panicky swimmer or a tree limb snagging her in the current. But it just so happens that on this same exact day, the single most terrifying report in UFO history was also occurring, the case of the Hopkinsville Goblin in Kentucky. Some people were subject to believe that this creature may have been the one of the Loveland Frogmen from the Ohio area, though they never have been reported as being dangerous or aggressive. Several weeks after the incident, the Johnsons claimed to have been visited by a U.S. Air Force colonel and extensively questioned for hours before being warned not to speak of this incident to anyone from that point on. I just love it because it's like a giant conspiracy of like multiple states and multiple creatures.
Right? I love it.
So I thought that was fun. Well, that is going to go ahead and wrap us up for today. I hope you enjoyed learning about these creepy bridges and creepy monsters from Indiana. Again, I'm just like, damn, there's a lot of fucking haunted bridges and cursed bridges in this state. So think twice before you go over any bridge in that state, I guess. Because there's a ton more bridges I didn't even mention.
Oh my God. Just Indiana, get your bridges under control. What the fuck?
Send the men in black there, do some damage control, Ghostbusters, somebody, I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and wrap things up for today. If you have a state request, please let us know in any of the socials. Happy to do more. We love these. But anyway, with that, we'll go ahead and sign off and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.
Toodles.